Somebody sent me a private chat.
That was me
Oh, okay.
telling you to let me in.
Oh, I said,
I've been in there a while.
sorry about that. I am so wore out.
Hey,
I
that's
just
all
like I
right.
got
You look
tunnel
tired.
vision.
You look tired, man.
Oh, I am, son. I'm wore out. I can't sleep. When you got
Oh,
something
you're
big
too
like that
excited.
going on, when you got something big, your mind will not shut up. Thank you, everybody, for coming in the show tonight. We got Lyle coming in to hang out with us. We'd planned on having a few more, but hey, life goes on and they had things to do. And Richard's out there working for us right now, trying to get us some bait. We probably got enough bait for the guys that placed orders, Lyle. But it might be close as far as having enough extras. So,
Well, some of
we'll
them guys
see.
will have bait of their own, and some of them will catch some fresh bait when they get there. It'll all work out. James, I want to thank you for inviting Cindy and I to come out there and hang with you guys. We're going to have a lot of fun, and I'm excited to get out there and see a bunch of people.
Well, I hate to invite you out here and then ask you to work.
You know what? That wasn't your idea. That was ours. We decided
Well,
to
that's
do it.
true.
We could have brought a boat. We just decided it would be better if we didn't. Man, looky there, $50. Thank you, Mike.
Yes, thank you so much. Mike has been, Lyle, for the past 5 weeks, he's made that donation. And I want to give him a big shout out. David Martins gave some big donations. Everybody else that's in here is from the bottom of my heart. I hadn't looked today and see what we up to. Probably bumping $1,100, almost $1,200, Lyle. That's going to be going to this veterans home, guys and gals. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I wished all of y'all could come. This is going to be a blast. Right now, as of right now, Lyle, we are sitting at 76 teams.
Is that the record?
Well, it's 75 boats is the record, but we're at 75 teams, which is actually 71 boats.
So, I hope by the time I get there that you got 77 boats entered. That would be awesome.
That would be sweet. And the way Southeastern boys tell me is that don't be surprised as 10 to 20 more boats show up the morning of to enter the tournament.
That would be awesome. And there's not a better thing for the money and the entries to go to than Camp Centurion. That's a great organization, and you guys have worked really hard to put this together. And I just think it's a wonderful deal for everybody involved.
Yes. Let me start this out by saying God bless America. God bless all of y'all. We hold this truth to be self-evident that all men are created equal and that they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And Lyle, those veterans have fought and died to keep that right there for us.
That's right.
Every one of our rights, the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, everything that we stand for, that flag has been fought and died for.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And it's only right that we step up and honor. Somebody just donated $5. My chat ain't down there where they at. Who did I miss? I'm sorry. Who did that? Oh, JP3. Thank you, JP3. So let's shout out a few people right quick, Lyle, before we get on the roll with this. Thank you, JP. I see Chad in here. Actually, who was in here first? Buckeye was in here first. Thank you, Buckeye. Squirrel, show up. I got your bobber waiting on you. He wanted me to bring it to the tournament, said he'd see me there. There's Chad, Robbie Thompson. There's Mark in the house, Catfishing Crappy, Billy, Martin, the Squirrel. Squirrel ain't been hanging out with us too much here lately. He must be working a lot.
Probably so.
Yeah, Chrissy Brown. I'm glad everybody's starting to be able to get back to work. Jason Lamb. There's Maurice in the house. There's Art. Art's he's gonna be gracing us with his presence. Buckeye is Squirrel. Art Neal's gonna be holding down the bank for us.
Sweet.
Cat do the Hayes, Junior Warscow. He's been working hard trying to get us some bait too. Thank you, Junior, for coming in. Thank you for what you're doing, guys. Big Slim, Dale, hey Slip. Guys and gals, if we miss a name, I do apologize.
Jim Clark,
Yeah, there's Jim.
Whisker Time Fishing.
Yeah, he just contacted me a while ago.
Yep.
Well, he donated a nice reel at the Catfish Conference. He met me up there at the Catfish Conference. It's an Abu Garcia reel with a line counter already on it, a digital line counter.
Nice.
To raffle off. I don't know how much them reels sell for, but I'm pretty sure they ain't too cheap.
I had 2 of them and sold them. You're correct. They are not too cheap, but they're very nice and they're very accurate. Mike Greenwell, Lee Reed, Mike Sampson, LG Bass. Man.
They'll be, I mean, Mr. Bass will be down here fishing too.
We can't wait to see these guys. I mean, it's not very often that I get excited about shaking somebody's hand that's a bass fisherman, but I'm going to get a hold of him and I'm out there because we've talked a lot online in the last year or so, and I really want to shake his hand. There's PD too.
Yes, sir, James Alba. James Alba, this is the place where the catfish guys hang out.
There's Junior Proctor. There's another guy that I'm excited about getting to spend some time with. And
he sent me a picture. He sent me a picture of the planter boards he's bringing up here to raffle off, Lyle, and they are sweet.
I'll bet. I might have to get my wallet out after them.
Yes, sir. What's that? Hilljack Catfishing. They said they're going to be here just to hang out with us. Now, we're going to have a crowd of them just hanging out with us.
You know, that's okay, too. Yes. It really is. Thank you so much, Mark, from Catfish and Crappie. Yes. Dropped a 10 spot on you. Man, that's awesome.
Yes, sir. Everybody, y'all know where it's going, and it's going for a good cause. There's PD. Yeah, I think you call PD. Clearview Outdoors. Have I seen his name in here?
Yep.
Okay. Forgive me, guys and gals, if I'm a little brain dead tonight. My tail's dragging right now. Like I got a 5-pound dopper on with 20 pounds of crap in the back of it, dragging.
Oh my!
So go. Thank you very much.
There's Catfish Regulators and Brad.
Yeah.
Brad Caudle. Not sure if I'm saying that right. So go with another $10 and Uncle Lou with $10. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
That's the way. That's the American way, right there. When folks stand up for our military, whether it be present, past, or future, when they stand up for them and donate money for the military, that's as good as it gets.
Yes, there's Wayne Smith. There's Glenn in the house. Yeah, Glenn's he's gonna be with us in heart and soul, Lyle, but he can't take a chance of the COVID and stuff with his wife, and I totally understand.
I do too.
Before we go too much further, everybody, I think everybody on here probably knows Tracy Bingham, Lightning Bugs guy. He's in the hospital right now. He had a light stroke. So when you say your prayers tonight, if you don't mind, throw up a couple extra prayers for him.
That's exactly right. Tracy is one of the finer guys in the sport. Don't know how much fishing he does, but he's a great sponsor, makes some great products, and supports a lot of the catfishing community. So keep him in mind.
Yep. Oh, he's got a beautiful.
Here we go.
Mike's Outdoor again. Thank you, my friend Brad. Thank you. Guys, and I will do a video when after the tournament and I go in and pull this money out. And I don't know how long does it take for the money to go into your account, Lyle?
It depends, but usually not too long, a day or two.
Okay. When I pull it out and I present it with Bud from Camp Centurion, I will do a video of us there at the camp and bring y'all along with us. Actually, I'll do it live. So I'll let y'all know ahead of time when we're going to do this so y'all can come and be involved because you're involved with us right now.
Absolutely. We talked about catfishing people being family for a long time, James. You and I have talked about it online and offline. And this just goes to prove what we've been saying all along. These guys are standing up for our military brothers and sisters, and it don't get much better than that.
No, and they are very appreciative. Thank you, Cindy. What's the weather going to be? They said we might have a little spritz of cloudy, rainy, nothing major, no storms or nothing. And that might keep the pleasure boaters dragging tail before they get out there. Thank you so much, JP.
Hey, there's John Patrick Jr.
Yeah, JP3, every little penny. I don't care if it's just a penny, but you giving from the heart.
That's right.
And from the heart means more than anything. I don't care if you're a millionaire and you give $1 million, or if you're the poorest guy and you give everything you got to me, you give more than a millionaire did.
That's right.
Lee Reed. Dame. Is it 25 of us as a team on the bank? Art, I wouldn't do you like that, man. Oh, thank you, Buckeye. You gonna be down here, my friend.
Man,
thank you so much. Guys, I wish Bud done YouTube from Camp Centurion so he could come in and see this of y'all reaching out with your hearts. It ain't just your wallet, it's your hearts. And that's so much. Guys should be live weigh-ins. Yes, that's something we're going to be going over, guys. We will set up and do a live weigh-in. And hopefully we'll have, thank you, Hill Jack. Hopefully we'll have a good enough signal that it won't be too choppy on you. Sometimes it can be iffy right there. But most time right there at the landing, we got a pretty decent signal. So got us a good place. If the sun breaks out on us live, we will have a shady tree over our heads.
I like the sound of that because you got warmer weather than what I've been having.
Yeah, it's been hanging in the 80s, 80 to 83. Let's see. Getting hooked. There's Mr. D. Oh, I hear you. Well, good, D. Then you're legal. You're ready to go. Please be safe coming out here. Yeah, please. And let me know when y'all roll in so I know y'all made it safely. Hope Mr. Matthew Anthony said he hopes the clouds keep the lake riders off the water. There you go. You know how they aggravate him sometimes, buddy.
Yes, I do. I do.
Lyle, he's actually going to have my uncle on the boat with him.
That's cool.
He's a Vietnam veteran, and I thought Matthew would be a perfect guy to put him on the boat with. David's a saltwater fisherman. He usually goes to the coast, and when the Blues are making their runs up and down the coast of North Carolina, that's where he's at. There's Mr. Melhorn's in the house. And so getting on the catfish, he probably ain't catfished in Lake Wiley for probably 50, 60 years, you know, since the old family days and stuff.
It's the perfect time for him to start and go back in there and do it again.
Yeah, buddy, I hope he gets his line stretched.
That's right.
And I hope Matthew's got a camera set up because I want to see that face.
That's right. Now, James, do you have all the filming and camera equipment and stuff that you need, or do I need to help you and bring something?
Well, that's totally up to you, Lyle. I don't know how to actually run anything but my phone.
Okay.
And the problem is that right now, today, this freaking piece of junk don't want the back camera to work.
Well, I've got one. I don't know how to use it.
Well, we might have to put my YouTube code into your phone and use it for the live feed. And I have the batteries and everything to hook up to it. So,
you have is there
Bill of Rights? Thank you, my
man. Do we have electricity down there?
No, I'll be bringing a little small generator.
Well, I just wonder if I ought to bring my old laptop.
Well, I could bring mine, but I really don't like bringing a brand new laptop down there next to that lake. But
mine's not brand new.
Well, I'll leave that up to you.
Well, okay. I'll talk to Cindy and we'll make a decision.
Okay, yeah, I'll leave that totally up to you, my
And we
friend.
don't use it much, and the only thing we've been using it for the last several years is live broadcasts when we're not at home.
Right. Thank you, Billy.
That's the second time tonight for Billy, isn't it?
Yes.
That's
Wow,
awesome.
it touches my heart. It really does. It's I was got a guy just texted me and said, changing out his line tomorrow. He's getting ready to get it stretched. So guys, there's some people very excited. And if you're coming out here, I hope you're excited too. Billy writes, I really wish you was coming, son. I'd want to shake that man's hand. I've communicated back and forth with him for quite a few years now, Lyle. And
I
really
love watching his videos. He does a great job. But you know what? When you talk about excited, when you've got 70 or 80 boats getting together to go fishing, that's a big number of excitement just in that.
Yes, yes. And I know guys that's kind of nervous, that's not really tournament fishermen, that maybe fishes during the week and don't go out there on weekends when the crazies are out. We're gonna have a couple guys that's helping direct traffic, and usually we can keep it rolling pretty good. If you think you have a problem back in a boat and can't get it in and out too quick, let us know, and we will help you do so.
Lynn, thank you so much. I'm not sure you could have said anything that would have made James and I any prouder.
I missed it, Lyle. Let me scan back up.
He said, Lyle and James, good American people. America, U.S. That's as good as it gets.
Yeah. JP3, thank you again, my friend. Thank you.
That's from John Patrick Jr. That's from his dad.
All right. Thank you, John Patrick. Thank you, Palmetto. Thank you, everybody. This is a celebration, Lyle. That's what I'm calling this.
And you know what? We talked about this quite a bit over the years, off and on, but what I'm thinking is we need to figure out how to do this to where there can be other places throughout the United States that do the same thing that you're doing. I'm sure it needs to be organized, and I'm sure it needs to be this or that. But for what you're putting together, if we could get this done in 3 or 4 other places across the United States, my gosh, just think of all the people we could help.
Feral TV, thank you, my friends. I was sure hoping y'all would be able to make it. Wow, they've been doing good on Lake Wiley. Him and his wife, they've been tearing some good fish up, and I was hoping they would be able to make it, but I totally understand.
Yep.
Things come up, things happen. I met a gentleman today. He's a veteran, Lyle, and we bought him supper, and not bragging or nothing, so I'm not tooting my own horn. The point is that once I introduced myself, he was actually David Derryberry, my uncle that's going to be fishing. He grew up with him down in South Gastonia. And it was he served in Nam too. He was Air Force, and he's got plans this weekend. He said, but he's going to tell all his veteran friends they better get their tail down there and show some support. Thank you, Tim Stans.
Very nice.
What is the address of the tournament again? Hold on, and I will
There's
check.
Running Lake Fishing.
Yeah, that's my buddy Josh.
Brian D, catfishing. Get hooked on D. Of course, we'll be seeing D down there. Her and the Chad will be on their way early in the morning.
D, I ain't pising, so I'm a neck hugger. It's at Southport Boat Landing, 199 Boat Launch Road, Belmont, North Carolina, 28012. You can go on my Facebook page, and everything is posted up on there, and on Catfish Weekly.
Yep.
But you might have to dig a little bit for it.
Yeah, maybe so.
We might have to move it up to the top of the page, Lyle.
Yep.
For a day.
I think so.
You don't mind?
Is it on the group page? One of them you can pin things to, and the other you cannot.
Right. I'll have to go in.
Just keep moving it up if we have to.
Right. I have to go in and
post it in the other and pin it.
Right. just keep reeling. Michael, thank you for coming in, my friend. All right, let's talk a little bit about what's going to take place. Lyle and Cindy is going to be there to help out, y'all. And Lyle, I got to thinking about it. At the sign-in table, Donna's been typing it all up, getting it all in a list. And we'll talk a little more after the show's over with. Thank you, Uncle Lou, again, friend. Thank you. Let you and her do the signing up and signing in, because there's a couple things that's going to be taking place. Lyle has seen it, but y'all haven't seen it. I'll probably post up a picture tomorrow or the next day of it. I'm working on making a big plaque that's going to go to Camp Centurion to be hung on the wall once everything's finished. And at the sign-in table, everybody that's coming, not just the captains that have signed up, but everybody that comes to fish and support this, even if you're going to be a bystander, you're going to sign this plaque. Every name, everybody that's coming to support will be signing this plaque. And once it's over and said and done with, I'll bring it home. I'll urethane it. So all names will be sealed into this plaque law forever.
That's awesome.
And
I have seen it, and it looks great.
So it's something just a little special. But I like the dog tags. Y'all see the dog tags?
I think them are special.
Yes. And there's a lot of guys that didn't contact me, Lyle, so they didn't get to have a name put on it. But I'm sure when they get home, they probably can find a trophy shop near them.
Yeah.
And have that name put on the back of it. And so it'll be something special. Yep. So at that table, Lyle and Cindy, y'all be signing them up, taking in the monies.
That might not be good, us together at the same table.
Well, we might split you up and let whatever you do, the raffle tickets and stuff, because everything's got to be done that morning, y'all. And Absolutely. Still, when you get back in, you can still buy more raffle tickets. And that might be the best bet. I don't know. If you got time, if you get there early and we got it set up, then we'll sell some then. But most of the time, that's probably going to be after the weigh-in. Everybody, please do not leave after the weigh-in. We want photographs, please. And hopefully we got a pile of veterans, and I would love to have the veterans out front and us behind them as a big crowd picture.
That'd be great.
I mean, Peter Melhorn, if you get to come, bring that special camera to take a panoramic view, please. Sign up. And what time is the weigh-in? Dieter, the weigh-in will start at 3:30 as boats starting to come in. We'll go ahead and get it started so we can get them out of the water and get stuff. So tickets and stuff can start being sold, and we can keep this thing rolling. That's what it's all about, is getting those fish weighed and getting them back in the water. That's one of the first and foremost thing, is the safety of the fish. Right, Lyle?
That is exactly right.
No floating fish. If you think it's struggling, I'm gonna bring a live well, Lyle, to set up there that's got oxygen on it. So if you come in and you got a good fish that you think gonna make it, but he's struggling, let us know. We'll put it in that live well, throw the O2 to him, and see what we can get done.
That stuff does wonders for fish that's in trouble. It really does.
Yes, it does. But the sign in, and then guys and gals, the ones of you, some of you is going to have veterans on the boat. If we did not get an exact count of veterans, nobody really let us know exactly how many veterans are going to show up. We might have 2. Then again, we'll roll it, and there'll be 100 of them standing down there waiting on us.
You know what? I think that's great. It's going to be a surprise. I hope it's more than 2. 100 is going to be a stretch, but if we get it, we'll figure it out.
Hey, we might be lining the banks with fishing rods for all of them, and
whatever we got to do.
Boats and either way, it's going to be fun. We'll make it happen one way or another.
That's
But so what I'm asking, guys, is that at the end of one of the docks, I'll be going down there probably late Friday evening, and I'll be mounting a flagpole on the very end pole of the dock. And then that morning, Justin Wampus Cat, y'all all know Wampus Cat, his son will be playing the national anthem, but he'll be doing the Jimi Hendrix version of the national anthem. And when the flag hits the top of the pole, we'll do a flag raising. When the flag hits the top of the pole, we'll sound the horn, and send y'all down the water. But I ask that each and every one of you give respect to the red, white, and blue. I hope that everybody will kind of float a little close, because you will have veterans that's out there fishing. We got a lot of veteran teams, Lyle.
Yes,
two veteran teams that will be fishing, and you can bet your tail, Lyle, they'll be standing at attention, saluting that flag.
You better believe it.
I'm asking that each and every one of you do that, whether you're on a bank or on the boat, to give honor to where it belongs, and make sure you show up with a flag for your boat. Walmart's about 15 miles away. I'd hate to actually go drive to Walmart.
We do have a question in chat that we need to address. Junior Proctor wants to know if will donations be taken at the time of sign up?
Yes. What do you think, Lyle? Do you think we need to keep sign up rolling?
I think that any time that someone has a donation, you should take it.
Thank you. That's what we'll do. I'll have a box set up separate just for those separate donations, because I like to kind of keep a tally of each separate one.
Yeah, whatever you can get for them folks is money that they need, and anytime somebody wants to make a donation, I think that you should grab hold and welcome it, just like you do on the show.
That's guys and gals, we're struggling on shad. We'll probably have enough for all the orders that's going to be filled that contacted me. That's another thing, Lyle, that hopefully next year we can really push across to everybody, is contact, and let us know, yes or no, that you're coming. And if you are coming, let us know how many, and if you can take a veteran. And I'll be on the veterans' tail about letting me know if they're going to show.
Well, one of the things that people forget about is how important it is with communications. If you're coming, if you're not coming, if you can take the person out, if you can't, that stuff can be decided months in advance, or at least weeks in advance. Makes it much easier when you're trying to find a boat for a guy to get in, and try to get the person with someone that they'll be comfortable with, or in a boat they're comfortable with, or have the capability of doing what they need. So, this is a learning process, and it always will be. But anytime that you can speed that up by making stuff more pronounced, advanced, like next year, will help you a great deal.
Yes, like we got one guy that he's got a pontoon, good Christian couple. Actually, it's the Christian ministry catfishing team, I think, a man and his wife. They fish Southeastern all the time. Great, beautiful people. They are. And they said, we can take them out on the boat, whether they in a wheelchair or not.
That's awesome.
And so that's something that's good. That's more information that helps us decide who that we can put with who, whether their boat will work for that person or not. If you got somebody that maybe's got some missing limbs that need a wider platform, then we look for a wide boat or a pontoon boat to put them on. Let's see. Chad said he's planning on getting his own bait, but yeah, hopefully you can get down there and get on some of those white perch. You'll have a blast catching them rascals, and maybe finding the shad. Go ahead.
He'd be upset if D catches more white perch than he does too.
Yeah. Let's see. What did Junior Warshkow. See my my chat's jumping.
It's moving right along tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it'll hold it for about 10 seconds, then it jumps, and I miss what I'm saying. Be out there tomorrow. Smash my finger.
She's got a boat she can bring.
Yeah. Oh, dang, Junior, I'm sure that finger's going to be throbbing tonight. Hit it with a hammer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's a contractor, so I know he butts in that hammer and he puts it on it. So
yeah, buddy.
Yeah, that ain't gonna be throbbing tonight. Sabiki rigs.
Palmetto says, Chad, bring sabiki rigs and red worms. That's a great idea for catching those.
But sometimes, Lyle, I've seen it where they wanted just a 2-hook rig. They wouldn't hit that sabiki. And I don't know
whatever it takes.
It's crazy. You can have that 2-hook rig down and they'll wear it out and you can't keep them off of it. And that's sabiki, they'd swim right by to get to the 2 hooks. I don't know. Go figure.
Wayne Smith wants to know if you already answered this question, but what time can the boat start putting in the water?
As soon as you want to put in. I'll be rolling up at the dock at 4:00 in the morning, start getting everything set up. Gerald Smith's going to be down there blocking those parking places for us, Lyle. He's going to sleep at the landing.
Bless his heart.
Yeah. He sleeps down there at the landings anyway when they have the Southeastern. They said it's just easier than trying to drive 2 hours in the morning, so.
Yeah.
But he'll block it off so nobody can be pulling in there and getting in our way.
That's good. Junior Warshkow says, James, bring your cooler.
I'll have my cooler
later tomorrow.
And that's something else. Guys and gals, the only live feed I'll do, I might go live for about 5 minutes at the blast off. But the only live feed I'll be doing is probably at the end of the tournament for the weigh-in. I might come in at a lunchtime, and if I hear anything, give a couple updates. But if you have a YouTube channel, you are more than welcome to go live while you fish. More than welcome. That brings more attention to the tournament and to your channel. So, yes, but I'm not running this like we did the YouTube tournament. This is totally different. So, and it'll spread out. We'll learn a little more and do a little better next year. But this is an all-inclusive tournament. So everybody's going to be involved. If you want to go live, go live. If you don't, you don't have to. Going to load up on bait. Hope out with perch and shad. Junior, you the best, boy. I thank you. There's Nelson Waters. He's red, white, and blue catfishing. He's going to be down there.
Awesome.
And Tim Dockery, he lives pretty close to me. He was going to fish the tournament, but he just had back surgery today. He said he'll probably be able to ride down there and hang out with us, which will be good and neat. So, keep that in your prayers too, guys. That ain't easy. Y'all know I done been cut.
Yeah.
So, Lyle, anything else you think we need to think of as far as the blast off? The things we need to
just bear in mind that when you're loading out that many boats at one time, if you're going to have a shotgun start, to be very careful and not to run into each other. And this is not a high dollar. Run your boat as hard as you can get to a spot to win, because you're not going to win a bunch of money. But what you are going to get is bragging rights. And my God, everybody down there wants those. I know I would, but we don't want anybody getting hurt. That's the main thing. Everybody be safe and respectful, and it's for fun and to help these veterans out.
And if you see somebody struggling to get on the fish, help them out. Guys, we want everybody to come to the boat ramp with fish. That's it in a nutshell. We want everybody. I want you, though, to try for 2 hours. Give it 2 hours, and if you cannot get on the fish, you call us. And we will find somebody that can point you in the right direction. Now, we can't make the fish bite for you. That's all on you. but we can point you in the right direction. But I do want you to give it your all for at least the first 2 hours. But you, yeah. So when we unloaded Lyle, we actually got 3 loading spots on each side. You got a set of docks over here. Let me get over here. You got a set of docks over here and a set of docks over here with a piece of land in the middle. And you got 3 ramps and 2 docks on each one of them.
Good deal.
And got plenty of space to turn around, so we can actually keep this rolling pretty freaking good.
Palmetto says, who's got a slow boat that he can follow around to fish? There'll be some slow ones. Yeah. Remember, you have vets on the boat. The turtle wins the race. That's a great analogy.
Buckeye said he needs a head start with his pontoon. Guys, let me tell you, this time of year on Lake Wiley, you could probably anchor down right there where you at out there in the daggum thing and catch fish.
Hey, the last time I knew Dieter Melhorn wasn't fishing the tournament, he had to work. So everybody that fishes is going to beat him.
Oh, there you go.
That's how I saw it.
Yeah. So that's the bragging rights right there, guys.
That's right.
Yeah, you all get to talk junk to him then every time he comes in the chat.
I do anyhow.
There you go. He's actually got a client. He's going to try to talk his client into coming down and joining us. It'd be good if he does, but if he can't, I totally understand. Anybody that has family obligations or whatever, family comes first, guys and gals. Family comes first. Start putting boats in the water. As soon as you decide to put in, guy, as soon as you decide to put your boat in the water, you don't want to put water in your boat.
I know somebody had asked me online, and I was going to ask you and almost forgot it. What about live well checks? Are you doing live well checks?
Yes. Junior Warscow and probably have another one. Junior's a little wiry rascal, so he can climb up and down in and out of the boats. The main thing, guys and gals, we're not expecting nobody to cheat. There's no money involved.
Yeah.
We just want to make sure that your live well is sufficient for keeping 2 big fish alive. This time of year on Lake Wiley, Lyle, they could be 2 big fish caught.
Oh, I plan on seeing some great fish coming out of there. And anybody that put a couple of 50s in there's probably got things well in hand.
Well, and don't be surprised if you'll see more than 150 brought in.
That'd be awesome.
And don't be surprised if you don't see a 60 brought in. Think about it. 2 years ago in January, we had 2 49-pounders.
Yep.
In January.
Yep.
And
it was cold. I remember a bunch of them guys crying about it, and I don't blame them. I would have been too.
Spitting snow, sleet, freezing rain. It was, boy. It was a cold one. But we had a blast, Lyle.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people didn't catch fish, but we had so much fun. And then when Joe come down from the honor guard and we presented him with the money and the trophy and stuff for the honor guard, I think I seen a few tears in some eyes out there, Lyle.
Them kind of deals like that, it's kind of hard to hold them back sometimes.
What's the parking situation for those of us not fishing? Fine. Fishing with Paula. Thank you, Paula. Thank you. Please let them know that in your family that we salute them and we'll always take our hats off to them any day. Thank you. Don't worry about Cheston. If you can, what does he say, Junior?
Yeah, that stuff right there just about gets me.
Oh, yeah. It's I don't even it chokes me up and I about can't talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, guys and gals, the water is not hot right now. So if you got water in and water out, that is that should be plenty right now, don't you think, Lyle? Right now, the water's about 64, 65 degrees.
If you've got water going in and out, or can make it go in and out at will, you should be fine. David Martin.
David, my friend.
Guy has been at the doctor's office or the hospital all day, but comes right through for you.
Yeah, he's been an amazing friend, Lyle. There's Mr. Eddie Scaff. He's the one that put me in contact with some good contacts here lately, Lyle.
Good deal.
And he's going to help us get some things really set up for next year. Oh, the lake has dropped substantially in the past 2 days. That might be what's happened to trying to catch the bait.
Could very well be. Because normally they go deep on a hard drop.
Yeah. Thank you, Eddie. Yeah, because actually the lake had been just about stabilized, Lyle. We hadn't had any real big rains. It hadn't been pulling a lot of water down, so that might have disturbed them just a little bit.
Yep. If it had stayed steady like that, you would have really seen some fish caught.
Oh, what do you mean, dropping water?
No, when it stays steady like that.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, Buckeye, 62 gallon is big. But Uncle Lou and Lyle, I've got a couple guys that's got small boats. Thank you, Uncle Lou. Thank you. And they've got, Matthew said it is dropping. That's going to have live wells that's going to be just about the maximum for their boat. But it's yes. I told them, look, some of them don't have pumps or can't get pumps wired in. Thank you, Creole. They said, what if we change the water in there once an hour, even if it's with a 5-gallon bucket? Lyle, I could trust them to do so. I would prefer you to have a pump, but if you cannot, if you promise me, and I'll trust you that you'll change that water out once an hour, then I don't see a problem with it. Not at 65 degrees, Lyle.
Yeah, 65 degrees is cool for, as far as tournaments. And like I say, it's not that this is a mega $1 million tournament that we're here for. It's for bragging rights and to help our veterans. And there won't, if for chance one gets hooked deep or something happens to it, it will not go to waste.
No.
So, but the plan is to release them all back live.
Right. Yeah, just don't bring it up. And if you got one struggling, let us know. We'll find a live well with oxygen to put on that rascal and try to revive him. And if we can't, guess what? You'll have a catfish for supper that night.
That's right. And it'll taste even better knowing what you went through to get him.
Yes. I know a lot of people are making some sacrifices. Lyle, you and Cindy are driving a long ways. It does not go unnoticed. Everybody that's dragging boats, Dee and Chad, Justin Fishing Fetish rolled in today with Gabby. They down there fishing right now. I don't see him in chat, so he's down there on the bank, I'm sure, right now, putting some dang time in. Yep. But anybody that wants to come and fish with us, come on, let me know. And even if you roll in, we're not going to turn you away. You're welcome to come wet a line with all of us.
Heck yeah.
I'll be working now. What did Irvin, call me tomorrow or call me right after the show, buddy. I hope he ain't having to work because he done with putting new batteries and everything on his boat getting ready.
No.
I hope he ain't having to work. He came at work last night. He spilled a drink and actually grabbed our flag. What? Yeah.
Attaboy, James.
Yeah. Yeah, they're probably getting ready to peel him like a tomato. Yeah. That's But Lyle, and I ain't gonna get into too much politics. I ain't gonna get into none. I'm just gonna say this as an American. There's a lot of youth that has not been taught the respect. And a lot of them are very ignorant, not stupid, but ignorant to the ways of America.
That's right.
We grew up and knew because it was part of our life. It wasn't something special. It was our life every day.
Yeah.
That you respected that flag. You respected your veterans and your elders. And we are losing that. And it's sad because it makes me very scared, Lyle. Who's going to pick up that? Who's going to be the one that picks up that rifle and says, I'll defend America?
That's right.
And the old timers get wore out, and it's time to keep back in the rocking chair and drink a good old glass of iced tea, sweet iced tea.
Yep.
And who's going to take up that? What's that song?
Who's going to fill them shoes?
Going to fill those shoes. Yep. And I mean, that song hit it on the head.
It did.
It sure did. What a great guy. What a great guy. But guys and gals, this is going to be a blast.
It is.
When the weekend come in, we're going to have, I think we got 10 totes, Lyle, a set of scales. Richard Rorschach will be running the scales and stuff, and I'll probably be shouting out names. You're going to be coming up to Cindy and Lyle when you come in. Let them know who you are, what team you are, so that the guy running the scale, because me and Richard, we don't know all of you. We might know you by your name on here, but we might not know you by your face. So talk to Lyle and them so they can sign you in that you're going to be weighing fish. We can get your name announced while Richard's getting you set up on the scales. Once your fish is weighed, we get the weights wrote down. You're going to be walking in front of the banner that I've got made, get your pictures made, and then straight to the water and release your fish. Let's keep it rolling. No downtime, so those fish ain't having to sit there in that line in a dry tote. These are good-sized totes, so there will be plenty of room for them. And let's keep it rolling.
Now, wait a minute.
What's that?
If we're going to be there, does that mean I got to be there at 4 o'clock in the morning, too?
No, you can roll in whenever, Lyle. I'm just going to be there setting up. Well, we'll have plenty of time and plenty of people sitting there, So y'all get there when you get there. I ain't going to force nobody on an early time like that.
We'll be up. I just giving you some stuffings.
Oh, that's fine. And hey, y'all going to be tired and have car lag, not jet lag, but car lag from coming in that long drive.
We're used to them long drives. We didn't do any last year, but we normally do. But we're going to stop halfway or about halfway when we get around Nashville. I got a nephew that lives out there. We're going to stop, spend the night with him, and then drive on in on Friday. Then make it a little easier on both of us. And I just think it'd make for a smooth transition.
See what Dee's putting up, don't you?
What's that?
Wow, make sure you bring that 50-pound sticker. She's feeling lucky.
I might bring them stickers with me so we can get them out.
Yep, I would. That would be pretty wild. I didn't even think about that.
I didn't either. I'll grab them up.
Yep.
Fishing with Big Mike. Welcome. Has Life. They're still coming in.
Yes, that's everybody we think.
We're at 70 folks tonight.
Yes, and a lot of them's coming to the tournament, Lyle.
That's good, man.
They're going to have a blast. Great. I wished all of them could. Yep, I wished all of them could.
Yeah, I do too. And I wish we plan on visiting with everybody we can while we're out there, and I know that's hard to do especially when you travel 14 hours one way. But we're going to we're going to come out there and we're going to visit with as many people and have as great a time as we possibly can. And
so guess what, guys and gals? That means you need to be at the weigh-in so you can shake Lyle's and Cindy's hand.
you betcha.
Come down and you get to kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
Plus you get to shake my hand too.
That's going to be all right. That's what I'm looking forward to, actually, because as long as we've been dealing with each other and talking back and forth and doing shows and stuff, we've never met.
No, and me and Junior Proctor have never met, but he's a brother.
That's another one. I think the world of Junior. I can't wait to see him.
And I mean, all these guys and gals that's been in my show, a lot of them since day one. I don't even know what Whisker Time said. He needs a 40-pound sticker to upgrade this weekend.
I happen to have one.
Yeah, you might want to bring a pile of them stickers, Lyle.
I think I've got them in a box. Cindy hooked me up with a box because I was always getting them messed up, and she takes pretty good care of me on stuff that I need and tries to organize me. I don't like being organized, but I do need it. She got me a box to put them in. It's got a handle on it. I can just grab hold of it and tote her out there.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to pack it around the whole time I'm there.
Oh, let's see. Jeff, where's he at? Jeffrey Sally, he's going to be coming in. And we got a lot of guys that want to come hang out, Lyle, and that's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. Junior, don't you worry. If you got slime on your hands, I shake that hand. I ain't be the first one I ever grabbed hold of.
Oh, no. Won't be the last one either.
No, I haven't given out any hundreds yet, but it wouldn't surprise me. It could happen at any time. Right now is a great time of the year to grab one of them big boys.
82 is the late record. Jeff Manning caught a fish before that 82 that busted a 100-pound scale. But now it was an old scale. It was old spring-loaded scale, so it could have had bad springs. But if you look at the pictures, you can tell that fish was a pretty good bit bigger than the 82-pounder.
That's awesome.
And Dieter took both those pictures. So he knows that the fish was bigger. So, I mean, I'm sure that was a long time ago, Lyle. Those fish are probably done dead and gone now.
But they got descendants out there.
Yes, that DNA's in the water, Lyle.
You betcha.
That DNA's in the water. A lot of good DNA in that water. There's actually 6 trophy-sized lakes and river fish in Lake Wiley. The DNA is.
I've seen a lot of videos shot off of Lake Wiley, and all the years that videos have been made out there. Of course, Dieter's done them off that lake for a long time. Yeah. But here recently, there's been a lot of other guys shot. There's some great fish being caught out there.
Fishing and Stuff's going to be at the tournament. And Fishing and Stuff is the one to come in second place at the YouTube tournament. And really, Lyle, that was a mistake on my part. That fish should have been brought to the landing and weighed on the scales, because I believe those fish actually could have been twins.
Could have been.
I believe there was just that close a difference in the weights that we were able to have been announcing a tie.
Well, I'm anxious to meet Keith now. I think Keith and I, we'll get together, and there might be some laughter going on by the time I get done with him.
George Cunningham, his son, George come flying in today. It's what his son sent me a message saying they'll be riding down the lake. His boat's up at Paul Creek, so they'll be riding down the lake to come join us in the tournament.
Sweet.
Great guy. Both of them great guys. I look forward to it. Never got to meet him. Meet his son once in a while. We go eat breakfast and talk computers and stuff. He just want to help you out, Lyle, or try to help you out.
He did. He helped me out a great deal. It just happened to work out that StreamYard come out about that time, and it was so much easier for me.
Thank you, Hooks and Hammock. Thank you so much. I don't even know what to say. All the love that's been shared tonight for those events.
And I promise all of you, and I've not been there, but I know veterans pretty well. I go to a lot of these veterans tournaments and stuff, and they appreciate it. They appreciate it so much.
Oh God, yeah, and and a lot of them don't show a lot of emotion, and
Nope.
but I promise you, it is very much appreciated. Eddie said if they are a fish over 60 pounds weigh in, he will donate $100 bill.
If there's what now?
A 60-pounder or above fish weighed in, he'll donate $100 bill.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is.
Portugal said, bring that 100.
I'll break it. I don't have 100 made. When somebody breaks it, Katie will make me one.
Right.
But I got them to 90. I got
there
them.
You go. Eddie, thank you. That's amazing. That is amazing. I mean, swing for the fences, guys and gals. Swing for the fences. This is a 2-fish tournament.
Them fish, if they're dropping water like that, I'd be looking for deep holes to throw some big old baits in there. Cut the tail off of him, throw his bloody ass right in there amongst them.
Yep. See me, I'll be going to the very backs of the creeks and dragging baits out of them.
That'll work too.
Yep, I'll be dragging baits out of them because that water's pulling them shad out of them shallows, and they've been up in 1 foot and 2 foot of water here lately, Lyle.
The shad have or the fish?
Catfish have.
Catfish? Well, water dropping like that, I'm guessing they probably moved out of there.
Yeah, they probably pulled out. They gonna follow that bait. You can bet your tail.
That's usually what happens to me. A front moves through, or they drop water out of the lake about the time we're getting ready to launch out for a tournament, and then you got to go chase them down. But normally they don't go far, but they usually go deep.
Yes, Mike. Now, to be honest, it is on that lake. And really, the mobile app actually is a lot more precise than the card is. Do y'all know that it takes 8 years for a blue cat to be able to start reproduction? I don't have a clue. I know that some 8-year-old fish might not be but 10 pounds, and then some 8-year-old fish might be 100 pounds. That's what blows my mind. I guess it's all in their DNA.
Yep.
Somebody said he's got his dragon rods. Got to bring a lot of chicken. Yep. Hey, chicken works good on that lake. I mean, I hate to say it, but chicken works good on Lake Wylie.
I got some here. Where's it at? Where's it at? I got one right here.
Uh-oh, there you go. I'll bring one of them. So if you see Dieter's boat pull up down there, go stick it on his boat.
We're going to have some fun out there, James. I can't wait to get there. It's going to be a blast. We're really going to have a good time, and I see no reason why we can't.
Eddie say something, but yeah, it's all how much they eat. Lake Wylie's full of stuff for them to eat, buddy. They got a lot of treadfin, a lot of gizzards, so much white perch is unreal, Lyle. The crappie, the largemouth, the spotted bass, there's so much in there, not counting the channel cats and the baby carp. Lake Wylie is loaded with plenty of protein for them to get big. So,
well, I can tell you one thing, James.
Yes, sir.
Them big blues and flatheads, they don't pick no favorites. They don't care if it's carp or bass, crappie, bluegill, shad. It don't make no difference. If it's around and they're hungry, or if they just make one of them flatheads mad, they'll just chew it up. So just keep them bait going. You'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, people think about it. A blue's got a little small mouth compared to a flathead. And a flathead, if he can get it in his mouth, it's going down his throat.
It's gone. Yeah.
Yeah. And now sometimes they grab stuff that's a little bit too big. Y'all see a video or a picture once in a while that sucker swimming around with his turtle in his mouth or something. Oh. But that'll tell you right there, guys and gals, if you put the bait in front of him and he's hungry, he's going to nail it, and he's going to nail it hard.
That's a fact.
So, but guys and gals, it's 9 o'clock. Lyle, I've had a blast with you tonight.
Oh, thank you so much for letting me help you.
I look forward to shaking y'all's hands, hugging necks. I'm not pison, I promise. And we're going to have fun. We're going to celebrate. This is a celebration, Lyle, of what our veterans has done for us and can continually do for us every freaking day.
I agree. Kevin has a great message there, James, that maybe you ought to go over before we leave.
Right. What he's talking about is Lake Wiley is bordered with North and South Carolina. The North Carolina side, you can use game fish for bait as long as you catch them with hook and line and count them as part of the creel. Legally, you can use them. But if you're going to go south of South Point, and if you go past the next big creek to the right, which will be the South Fork, you better have South Carolina license and North Carolina license. There is no reciprocal license on Lake Wiley. They both told me they make too much money off each other, so they'll never recognize each other's license. And in South Carolina, you cannot use game fish for bait. But now you can use white perch, you can use shad, you can use brim. Now the brim has to be caught with hook and line, but you can use brim or bluegill or sunfish. But the rest of them, and don't get caught in South Carolina with the game fish. Somebody had to bring you bail money. Yeah, the boys in South Carolina, they will lock you up and take your wallet.
I got to tell you, anytime that I've ever heard of anybody being out of state and got a ticket, it usually cost you money.
Yeah. Well, it used to years and years ago. I don't know what it's up to now, Lyle. But I had fished for many years in South Carolina and never got checked. And I finally got checked. And I told the warden, I said, about time. I felt like I finally spent my money for a reason. He said, well, you better be glad you had it because you're from North Carolina. It's $260 on the spot or go to jail.
Whew. Yeah, I don't want to. I'll make sure I got the money.
That's for just fishing from out of state. That ain't counting if you had an illegal bait.
Well, if they pull you over and give you a ticket, there's going to be something besides just being from out of state.
Oh, yeah, they're going to write you for a lot more tickets, a lot more. You bet that. If they catch you with fishing down there without the right license, they're going to find more than that on there.
Yeah. I seen firsthand what they do out in Colorado. Them boys do stuff out there hunting illegally, and it ain't pretty.
No. But if you're out there taking game illegally, Law, you need to be busted. There's so many people that are poaching. And I understand land is getting harder and harder to find to go hunt, Law.
It is.
It really is. And there's a lot of head hunters out there that don't hunt for meat.
Yep.
That actually give people, it turns a lot of people off. And it's the same way with fishing. We're losing our bank fishing spots.
Yeah.
I love bank fishing just as much as I do fishing off a boat. But the more people trash places up like that, the less of these places we're going to have. And we go back to these public places and they trash it up. So please, guys and gals, pick up your trash. Pick up somebody else's trash if you don't mind.
Exactly. You know what? We got 65 people still in here watching and only 52 thumbs up. The rest of you guys could help out a little bit. James worked really hard putting this tournament together. Give him a thumbs up before we leave.
Thank you, Lyle. And guys and gals, I hope you understand this tournament is not for me. It's for y'all, and mainly it's for our veterans, period. I'll never take any recognition for this. Yes, I work hard for it, but it is very well, I don't even know the words for it. I do it every day again for what this cause is for. We as Americans can't give back enough for what they gave. Because think about it, Lyle. At 18 years old, you sign on a dotted line that is telling our government to do whatever they choose to do with you and you at 18 have to fill out your last will and testament.
That's right.
That's a big awakening and a making you grow up type of thing.
It is, and that never expires.
No.
It never expires. So when them guys sign up, they basically sign up for life. Chances are they won't have to do it at any kind of an older age, because once they get out, they're pretty much done, because we don't have the times like we did before. But it could happen again. And if they need them, they'll call them.
And, you know, the enemy would be really screwed up if they started getting us old timers, because we're a bunch of grouchy old rascals anyway and don't need an excuse.
You better believe it.
It's the one they probably need to send out there anyway.
Yep. That's exactly right. My oldest son come in when he got out of the military, and I said, "Well, I thought you'd stay longer." He said, "I'll always be there. If they ever need me, all they got to do is call." And he said, "If they need me, they will call." So,
what was it the Japanese said? There's one behind every blade of grass. Right now, we got enough veterans that hold them things up behind every blade of grass.
that's right. That's right.
And they are appreciative of anything that we do as civilians to give back. And any veterans, that's another thing before we go, Lyle. If you are a veteran, my phone's getting blew up right now. If you are a veteran and you're coming to fish this tournament, please let Lyle and Cindy know when you're signing up. I probably got it on the list, but a lot of things didn't get put on the list. I was going back through my messages and I said, oh crap. Didn't write this down. Didn't write that down. So please forgive me for not getting everything wrote down about y'all. Let them know so they can put it on the list that you are a veteran. And if you get a dog tag and you notified me with a veteran's name, let them know that too, so we can be finding your dog tag. Let's keep this running as smooth as we can. And I do have more dog tags for the other ones that's going to show up to fish with us. And if we have any extra, I'm going to try to give out some to the veterans, Lyle, as many as we have left. But
I think that would be really good. They won't mean as much to them as the ones that they received when they was inducted into the military, right. But I'm sure that they would still like to have them.
Yes. Oh yeah. I mean, it's just something kind of a reminder of what we as American citizens are showing appreciation for what they have done. Just giving them that recognition.
That's right.
Wow, our military. Yeah, a lot of them get some recognition nowadays, but our Vietnam veterans did not. They got treated like trash when they come home, and they did not deserve it. Art, thank you, my friend. That's another one I'm looking forward to shaking his hand.
Yes, sir.
It means the world for them to drive down and come jump on the bank with us.
Yeah, they got a pretty good little drive themselves.
Yes, and look, guys and gals, if you're coming down and you're going to be a bank fisherman, and we have some empty boats, if we don't have enough veterans to fill in boats in, then guess what? We might split y'all up and put you on boats if you want to. Hey, Miss Cindy.
Hey.
She's been packing the truck all afternoon.
Well, lady, I appreciate you volunteering to come help.
You'll get my bill.
That's all right. We'll sign it. I don't mind one bit. I know it'll be well worth it. Because y'all too experienced with these tournaments. So that'll help things keep going along pretty smooth.
Absolutely. But
everybody, thank you for coming in and joining us tonight. And I look forward to Saturday. It's coming around just a couple days away, Lyle, and the party gets started.
That's right. Like I say, we'll be leaving out in the morning, and we'll arrive at your place or around you sometime early afternoon Friday. So I'll let you know when we get there, and whatever we got to do, we'll make happen.
Well, every once in a while, just shoot me a call. Let me know.
Hey, look, by the time we get there, my old dog's going to have to take a leak.
Oh, I'm sure more than once on the way. Let me close this off, Lila. We'll get back with you in a second. Everybody, thank you for supporting this thing. Everybody that's come in to super chat and throw it up, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And from every one of the veterans that's going to receive this help, I know they appreciate it. And we'll see y'all live Saturday at the weigh-in. God bless you. God bless America. Don't forget, guys and gals, put them flags on them boats. Don't want to have to send you to Walmart.
That's right.
We'll see you.